Welcome back, everybody! As I should have given you a warning. Hey, guys, I'm about to speak. Oh, rest in peace, earphone users. Alright, we're getting into Game 2. Team Empire up against Team Spirit. Welcome to everyone who's tuning in through both the Beyond the Summit stream here on Beyond the Summit 3 for you dedicated viewers for the CIS Grand Final, and everyone tuning in inside of Dota TV. I'm Toby1, joined by Fogged for Game 2, man, and it looks like Jackie is back on the menu.
Yes, it is. Spirit just decided to go for it this time. Last time they didn't.
Yeah, last time they tried to do something a little bit different.
Yeah.
And it worked, though. Like, FNG's rotations were really good on the clockwork.
They had a good early game. They did have like pretty much everything going for them. It was just they got halted because of this BKB Enigma. But that was their cookie-cutter opener that they're using for the majority of this qualifier, the Crystal Maiden Clockwork. This is the other one that they seem to be experimenting with the Void Sanking Jakiro kind of combo. The Void will be taken out in the 3rd, 4th by Empire, but they do get the Sanking in the Jakiro at least.
That's what I'm wondering, like, how did they do it in the previous drafts? Like, did they always get the Jakiro in the first two?
Yeah, they got Void Jakiro, I think, in both, I want to say.
Are they going with Bristleback as well? I suppose if they want to, they can Crystal Maiden, but Team Empire right now, they're bleeding blue with their lineup. Everything is color coordinated.
So they pick the Bristle, and Empire just instantly responds to the Razor. I feel like that was kind of
not the answer.
No, they should expect that, right? I feel like Spirit, they picked the Bristle. They should. I mean, Empire is. These guys are the Razor team. They pick Razor even when it's like not a great Razor game. But versus Bristleback, it's always a pretty good Razor game.
Would you raise a safe lane and still like pull back to the Enigma on the off, or is Puck off lane just too much of a good thing at the moment?
I think they have the option to do anything, just adjust based off what Spirit has. They're not locked into any kind of positions just yet with their 3. I mean, of course, AA, yeah, support, Razor, Chappie playing it, but Puck, we don't know if it's mid or off lane, and we don't even know if they might run some type of aggro lane, because Jakiro is one of the slowest heroes in the game, not really the greatest in laning phase either. You don't do anything if you get pressured, so if Empire wants to, they could even potentially run an aggro. Speaking
as a player who has played a lot of Jakiro.
Yes,
I know the pain as well of the early game. Until you hit level 3, you don't really feel like you have much of an influence, and level 4, you actually feel like you're a real hero. Yeah. Because that's when you can have your 1-1-2 or 2-1-1 build up for the Jakiro.
And you're super slow.
Yes. Yes. But Jakiro is, and I believe this is still accurate, the highest strength gaining support hero.
The highest strength gaining int hero? I think it's like tied between, I want to say Jakiro and Silencer, I believe. I can actually check really.
Jakiro used to win. I remember.
Jakiro was 2.9, I think, and I think Silencer got buffed up, but I think it might have also been the Agi that got buffed up more. What am I doing here?
Yeah, I don't know where you're trying to go for this one. You're trying to get to heroes, are you?
I'm tired. Leave me alone. Okay. You can't even check here. What am I doing?
Yes.
I opened it up in Dota, and I'm like, wait a minute, I can't even
He
check.
went to the Heroes tab inside of Dota 2 and was like, can I check anything?
Oh, God.
Does that information not exist? You've actually got to go to the non-Dota 2 wiki.
Yeah. So let's see.
Oh, well, the Dota 2 wiki,
so, yeah,
but not the official.
Jakiro has 2.3 strength gain, but high strength starting. Silencer has 2.2 strength gain. So Jakiro is, yeah.
So he's the biggest growing dragon.
Yeah.
And the more you, it's like you just gotta take the message from Game of Thrones. Don't chain them up. Don't put them in a basement. Let them roam. Let them grow. That's what it's all about. New hero coming into Team Spirit soon. Yeah. Companion for Jakiro will be Daenerys Targaryen. Could you imagine? Just like a little courier of Daenerys Targaryen.
Toby, you've lost me.
Could you imagine HBO teaming up with Valve to release a Game of Thrones cosmetic set?
10 seconds remaining.
What is wrong with you and Ken? You and Ken are obsessed with relating everything to Game of Thrones.
I could imagine it. You could actually have like Khal Drogo as Chaos Knight. Like you like change him around. Like,
oh my God,
get me out of here. What else could you change here? What would Jon Snow be? Like you could make him conquer. Actually, no, because he needed to come back to life again. Jon Snow would have to be Wraith King.
You're spoiling.
He would have to be Wraith. If you haven't seen that by now, then seriously, we've gone past the spoiler like area. That was like 2 years ago.
Toby.
But we could do that. Dota 2 as Game of Thrones.
I lost track of everything, guys.
That would be fantastic.
Toby's just talking about Game of Thrones.
Hey, it's I try and make things create. Like, how many times have you sat down and watched a Dota 2 game? And you're like, man, this is gonna be the same stuff over and over again.
No,
you gotta
never.
add. Actually, that's true. There's a lot of diversity in Dota 2, but sometimes the casts get the same generic crap. I try and mix it up, boys and girls.
Yep.
And
I
try
like
and
this,
make
though.
your brain work. Game of Thrones is Dota 2. Let's get back to the game, though. Spirit Breaker.
I love the 3 bans from Empire, though. I love the Void ban because, you know, they see Sanking Jakiro. Spirit has ran these 2 openers before. They pick the Void afterwards. It just works well with them as well.
Yep.
Templar Assassin, great versus the Puck. In the laning phase, they know it's just a good hero. Even though they may have been planning to pick the Razor anyway, they take the TA out because it's just too obnoxious in the laning phase, and then Broodmother. They have nothing to deal with Brood yet. Spirit Breaker is great versus it, but the other heroes are not really excellent versus it in Spirit. DK Phobos is one of the big Broodmother spammers. So Spirit Breaker overall in this game, just like it's just a Spirit Breaker. Miposhka really likes to play the hero, and we've seen him, and Roger as well, actually. I think Roger actually will play it this time around. It puts a lot of pressure. It also works well with the Razor. With the Empowering Haste, you get a lot of movement speed, so you can always keep your link on, and it's a good way to get in front of Bristleback when you use your Nether Strike. Lion for Team Spirit. We said it's a new hero. We haven't seen this one too often, but very good versus the Puck. Puck detests playing versus like instant disable lockdowns because he can suffer a lot versus it. But Puck is also inversely also very good versus the Lion to get into the back lines.
Your big damage dealer has just arrived.
Yes.
There's then another stun to actually work with, synergize with the Ancient Apparition, but more importantly, Team Empire keep their color scheme right now. They are cold, merciless killers with everyone in blue, while Team Empire, they're trying to find that warm, happy place. Everything is warm colors. Team Spirit.
Yeah.
Sorry, what did I call them?
Hit Empire.
Team Spirit. Just like my tweet. Whoops. That's maybe.
And we tagged the wrong Team Spirit in our tweets too. I just copied yours, man. That's my excuse.
Oh no!
I was looking at it. I was like, I'm pretty sure that the Team Spirit Twitter has like 5 lines or under whatever the hell underlining things.
I didn't sleep well the last couple of nights, and last night we didn't get back in until like a normal time, like a bad time, or normal time for America, bad time for us. Yeah. So I didn't sleep much. So fog literally woke me up 5 minutes before this game was meant to begin. Before I tweeted that.
I did.
Hence, whoops.
So this Bristle, I think he's gonna suffer super hard in this game. They even picked Mirana too. Okay, whoa. One
of these things is not colored like the other.
I don't really see the synergy with the Mirana either, actually.
There's no setup easy stun, like unless it's just a roaming Mirana.
No, it's gonna be Iceberg. He likes to play it mid.
Okay.
So it's gonna be Ghostic off lane, Chappy with the mid Razor, and safe lane Sven.
Is it for the push? Like, is it for the Aghanim style Mirana build, or for what? She doesn't instantly get away from a Spirit Breaker charge.
No, I don't really. It's just so that she can. I mean, she's gonna build towards the right-clicking build. They wanted a range hero that can match up versus Razor, because you can just break the link, and then you actually can build like damage items. That's what Iceberg's done before in the past. He went Dragonlance, Manta, stuff like that.
But however, if he gets caught by the Sven, then he's dead.
Yeah, if he gets caught by the Sven with Spirit Breaker, he can die very easily. Even Puck is very good versus it. I love Empire's draft right now. I think they've got the Empowering Haste, they've got the Warcry for the Razor. Everybody's gonna be moving like hasted movement speed as soon as Warcry's popped. They have Sven and Razor versus a Bristleback. That being said, though, it is an off-lane Bristleback, so a lot of the focus of him being a carry gets taken away, but I feel like he's gonna suffer a lot. I'm really liking these Empire drafts, man. I'm
thinking this may be 2-0.
I think this one, I mean,
it would lean towards it.
Yeah, it would lean towards it. And I'm not really the biggest fan of the Mirana core. I've seen Iceberg. I think he made it work the other day, or I think they ended up losing that game. But he looked good. Like overall, his plays and everything, and his farm was on point. But overall, in the grand scheme of things, a Mirana core, I've not been seeing it having great success.
Maposhka. Sentry gets planted very early from FNG, and
it's gonna get the D ward.
Is going to be very nice. That's just meant to block the camp.
Yeah.
It's not even meant to get the D ward. He's just getting really lucky. And then the Observer ward, a little bit further to the west. It's just north of the other camp, so we won't block both. But it's still really good for the offlane of Team Spirit to begin with.
Yeah, FN's been on... FN and FNG. Why do you guys have to play versus each other? Anyway, FNG's been
try having NS when Night Stalker was always picked. That was the best one. What was the other player names?
I mean,
Which
G,
matchup?
FN,
G.
FNG, G.
G,
That
G.
one's
Yeah.
Ice, 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 Ice.
Yeah.
The three of them.
Thank you, China.
Thank you, China.
And Southeast Asia, obviously.
And Southeast Asia, yeah. But FNG's
Where
been
two of them came
very
from.
on point with his warding and with his movement in the games. Even in the last game, he had a good impact. He missed a couple maybe important hook shots, but overall, he's been playing pretty consistently and putting a lot of pressure. So 2 for 2 bounty runes going to be claimed up this time around. And we'll see how these lanes play out. It's an off-lane puck versus a Lion and a Jakiro. And we did not get to call that out either. It is a core Jakiro.
Wait, are we oh.
Yeah.
You know, I always you've casted me a lot in the past, and I always refer to this little guy, because this is old Team Empire strat. This is strat from like 2.5 years ago when BZZ played for Team Empire, and what that ended up doing is adding so much pressure with the bristleback in the off lane that you would then be able to push the top lane, and it was a double prong attack. So you just beat into the tower with liquid fire. That'll be your primary ability on your safe laner. Bristleback, stop dying. And Bristleback would then, like when everyone rotated up to try and stop the Jakiro, the Bristleback would then push in the lane. And you keep having to move from the polar opposite sides of the map, back and forward. And then when you committed to one, you then lost your building. Yeah. But it was a different time of Dota. But I got a funny feeling this strategy is going to play out very, very similarly. Oh, Vanskor. Stunned with Door Breath. It's phase shift, so Ghostic's just trying to dodge as much of the damage as possible.
Yeah, he's getting good experience though, almost level 2. They ended up pulling the side though for Team Spirit there, so they denied a full wave from him. And they're going to be able to farm under the tower. So now if Ghostic can pull the side, that'd be great, but yeah, Vanscore's going to be there. He actually whiffs the stun though. Okay, he should be able to pull the creep aggro though, so it won't pull much, but it does get the range creep. So we have, as we've been talking about in this individual teams matchups, it's a 2v2 mid. That's just what's going to happen.
So Phobos has to do it tough on the bot lane for now.
Yeah, I mean, it gives him some freedom, though, because it's not a tri-lane. So it's not a Spirit Breaker AA Sven, which actually has good kill potential on Bristleback early on.
It's actually a really good experience for him, too.
Yeah.
Like, FN staying decently on top of denies, 5 denies for him. Alright.
Gets the illusion rune.
He does. Arrow flies forward, and the illusion tanks it. Value. +4 for Iceberg.
+4 gold.
The other value. You would think the arrows, like, they instant kill neutral creeps, they should instant kill illusions too.
I think they probably should, honestly.
Only just thought of it.
But then that's like an indicator that it's an illusion. That's the one thing.
True. And then you'd probably have other issues with the coding, like how it recognized illusion to replicate. Iceberg, like the Mirana becomes the counter to illusion-based heroes with lower Sacred Arrow cooldown. Alright, so Ghostic has gotten almost no CS on this offlane, so that's the difference. Phobos is getting a little bit more experience because the creep wave keeps coming back in range of the tier 1 tower. It's allowing him to get some CS, and well, FN can harass, but that ain't going to do much. In fact, right now I suppose he keeps getting mana from all the quill sprays.
Yeah.
Because he's going to get it in the stick charges.
That is the great thing about playing Sven versus Bristleback. It's not only that you have Warcry for the armor and you do heavy, high physical damage, so you don't proc as many quills if you're hitting him in the back. Almost drops down.
Yeah.
You get infinite stick charges, so you always have mana to use your abilities.
Vanskor is doing the pull again. Kind of messed up a little bit. He only will. He doesn't even get the deny on the range creep. But thanks to the Observer Ward that Roger just brought to the top lane, they at least understand that BZZ is alone. I don't believe they have enough damage, however, to make this work.
They do have the 1-1 build on the puck. If they get a couple bashes, they would be able to on like the line, but I think Jakiro's too tanky, especially when he has the Bassi. And yeah, they do see him.
They see him.
But they're going in anyway.
Yeah, charge forward. Vanskor just did the pull. You'll get your first stun out in the Spirit Breaker. And couple liquid fire to the face.
Yep. They do get the side pull though, so that's pretty nice.
FNG.
A lot of creep's gonna get the knife.
Burrow Strike onto Moposhka.
Oh, it's a haste
He has a haste
Oh,
route,
this
so
is a dead AA.
this may well, in fact, be a dead AA.
but there's a
FN will
Sven.
move over, chilling, touch buff up, but FNG's got a Burrow Strike available, and he goes up into the tree lines, lets the Burrow Strike go. FNG keeps running back out again.
He's actually fine with Pushka. That was a nice salve usage there. I didn't realize. I thought Phobos was actually in the lane still, so at first I thought Pushka would get brought down, but yeah, nice little jukes in the tree line, gets salved up.
Mid lane is where the first blood is going to be. Iceberg. Oh, the attack! He'll live! He's on 12 HP! The attack from Chappie just manages to reach him, but he's still underneath the tower. Vanskor keeping Chappie down. At least it's a chicken.
So Iceberg got the first blood though, right? Yeah.
Yes, first blood went to Iceberg.
With
Roger
what? He
was
had, like,
a little too deep.
He had like 10 HP.
He hit a point blank range arrow. Like, it was just enough damage to tip him over the edge. And BCC's gonna be so happy about this. Offlane Puck, it's almost impossible to dodge the dual breath.
Yeah.
Just because of the way it spills out in these two waves.
Can't leave the Jakiro alone too long though, because you know you're playing for Spirit Breaker. However, he gets the side pull up again, and this is already like a quad stacked camp, so it's very hard for either team to really bring it down.
And if Ghosty tries to contest it, he's so low.
Yeah.
And it's also like it's no mana for BTZ to commit his liquid fire. I want to see how he builds this. Like if he wants to go for the ice path for the secondary disable, not a great ability against a puck, or if he goes for the 3 points liquid fire and tries to add pressure towards the tower. I have a funny feeling he might go for the second of that option.
I think he might go 2-0-3.
You think 2-0-3?
Yeah, he does. He takes the liquid fire.
All right.
I'd want him to take Macro Pyre at 6-2 so he can clear that stack. Get Macro Pyre, clear that 4 or 5x stack, whatever it is. Be a big surge of economy for him.
But he needs to bring down the building. Like the other upside about this is, wait, where is... Oh, they already lost that catapult wave. Yeah. I was thinking like you could time it out with a 5-minute wave, but it's a little too late for that. FNG's looking to the mid. Quick sentry. Oh, hello.
Dude, I'm telling you, he's getting like every D ward in these games.
Iceberg, leap away. Difficult for Roger to initiate. How are we looking for net worth overall? So Sven is number 1. Sitting just shy at the 3k mark. Going in for a quick Mask of Madness. Mirana, pretty close behind in the second, and then you hit the Jakiro. This will start to change around once BZZ starts pressuring and pushing.
Yeah, definitely. We have Bristle, who already has Soul Ring and level 6, while Puck has level 5 and just boots belt.
Bad score. Actually goes to committing the Rift to back out. Once this is level 4 liquid fire, it's going to be a pain in the butt.
Yeah. Does he take the Macro Pyre level? I think he should. Nope, he takes
He's
the dual breath.
3-3.
Okay.
Oh, 3-0-3.
So he's just trying to push the waves in and just nuke the Puck. Puck actually dodged the dual breath there. That was impressive.
He did. Well, bottom lane. Should be watching the dive. Barrow Strike up from FNG, so it's a 1-1 trade-off. Roger, Iceberg, not where he wants to be. He cliffed himself. The arrow can't reach down, but FNG, thanks to the 1 point in Caustic Finale, will find that kill. FN's on the run. Warcry, God's Strength has worn off. FNG does not get in range, connect on the Burrow Strike, but he does punch him once. But level 1 Caustic Slow will not be enough.
Yep, diving past the tower as soon as they get their Mask of Madness with the God's
Moposhka. Cold Feet. Stormbolt. Vanskor will be forced to stay there. You get the SP charging over. And he'll actually cancel that to go back and pick up the bounty rune.
Nice rotation from Iceberg there to try to help and bail out his teammates under that dive. Gets them 2 kills for FNG. But during that, Chappie gets a good chunk of damage on that mid tower, bringing it down below half HP.
Ghosty's trying to do the pull. It's not going to work for him. Even if he wants to Rift and Orb, he doesn't have enough damage. He can maybe kill off one of the weaker creeps.
You can kill one and Chappie can come in too.
Yeah, that'll work.
That will definitely work.
That's some good money. Eye of the Storm. Normally you rotate for a kill, but you'll take the experience and gold.
This is even better than a kill with Eye of the Storm.
Vanskor's not looking for it. He's about to pull his own wave.
This is why I thought, you know, the Jakiro would skill Macro Pyre to try to clear the stack up, because when teams see that kind of stack
he got Liquid Fire as well as Dual Breath onto Chappie.
Yeah.
Chappie, if you stuck around, there you go with your first one. Vanskor, oh, it's a good 3-man silence. The Invis, Lion, he was revealed just because the charge Spirit Breaker is on the way. Chappie, they know where he is. They just can't see him because of Moonlight Shadow, so they can't finish off the damage. Puck will die, and Roger Barrow strike!
Gets stopped.
It stops him. He's so close. He knows he's so close. The stun. Oh, Vanskor was trying to drain just enough mana to get his impale, his earth spike back up again, and he couldn't get there in time. So Roger's TP out will be successful.
At least they're able to claim Ghostic as the kill.
Yes.
But heavy commitment and rotations coming out from Spirit for that one.
He went 3 points in the Breathe Fire.
You mean 4, yeah.
4 points, sorry, in the Breathe Fire. And 3 points in the Liquid Fire.
Yeah, that's... I mean, he's trying to pressure the lane. He's trying to do a lot of spell damage. Whoa.
Double damage rune.
Solo kill Chappie?
He doesn't actually have... Okay, now he's got mana for a leap. He'll take the stun. He needs
bash?
to get away, though. The Storm Ball. Oh! He leaps up. He'll still take the stun, however. Iceberg trying to make a break. The Shrine is already been triggered.
That was very close to him dying there. If the stun connected before the leap went off, he would have died. But he gets the leap, he gets the distance away. Of course, the Sven stun does follow, but does end up surviving. So yeah, that's the one thing, though, like I was saying, is that's why I usually expect to see like someone get that kind of clearing ability, especially if you're stacking like that, because that's what teams do. You know, you see a stack coming, they're going to commit to trying to bring people to take it. So... Now, Phobos gets a good amount of space bottom, ends up clearing out what was I believe, just a double stack, but...
I believe so.
Good chunk of gold going for him.
Yeah. Now he's able to have the VIP booster, high amount of health.
Very tanky. 3,200 net worth in comparison to the Puck's 2,200. It's very good right now for Spirit in that department. And the fact that Sanking is feeling pretty good. He's bought in a lot of small items and also the wards, but he's sitting at 2,200 net worth. He's at the same level as the Puck and well ahead of the Spirit Breaker AA.
I still am waiting for this pressure. Like, I know how BZZ can play this. Hey, Ghostic actually, he messed up his phase shift, so he still got hit by Liquid Fire. You got Finger of Death. If that Hex connects from Vanskor, then you know Puck is gone. And this is the rotation they have to do. They bring in both supports to the top lane. Now the charge comes forward. The Ice Blast is going to hit nicely. Vanskor gets a double Summon Spirit Breaker with a dual breath. It's too much damage. BZZ will die. A 4-man rotation. Miposhka will drop to 100 HP. So while that happens, Iceberg is pushing the mid tower. And this is what the whole strat's about. It's smoke and mirrors. It's misdirection. And Iceberg getting the hell out of there.
Claims the tower. Doesn't get the last hit, but, you know, Dire gets hit at least.
But it's just so stupid. You commit 4 heroes to kill off a Jakiro.
Yeah, they don't want to lose... They don't want to lose their towers. However, they lose actually the more important one in the mid tower instead of dropping their top one. FNG now behind Ghostic. They should be able to get the stun, and Vanskor's going to be there with the extra disable.
He can just pop him with a Finger of Death if it's required, but it isn't. So you still have that intimidation ability.
Ghostic playing a little bit too far up there.
That's the top tier 1 tower gone. Yeah. 1 kill and Jakiro takes a tower. Especially this early on when he's got so many levels.
He's going to have Veil very soon too. Works really well with Mirana and Sand King.
Miposhka. He's just going to drag the creep wave down. It doesn't matter. With the slow attack of the tower, you don't care about this push. Like, going underneath the tower is fine.
Yeah. So Veil finished up now for Jakiro. So very tanky, and a lot of damage actually comes out from this Veil. Dual Breath is nothing to shrug off when you have it.
He's got so many raindrops.
Yeah, he bought an extra one, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Good item.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Oh, Phobos.
Oh, A-Blast gets 3 creeps.
And the charge is coming. They have the Observer Ward. That's the reason they knew. Iceberg leaps away. He'll take the stun from the Dream Call. Double TPs are coming in. SK as well as Lion. And they know they have to D-ward. And it's in the last second of the ward.
Cash money.
Holla holla. BZZ will now take bottom tower.
Yeah, Iceberg's building into that right-click build that we were talking about. You know, the Dragonlance into the Manta build. Seen him do this in the past.
They're smoking. They're actually going for a gank.
They want Chappie. They're picking him out.
You have Macro Pyre from BZZ, so they're still like he's fully reliant on Vanskor's control. But with Finger of Death, this should be very possible. Like the Veil of Discord, Finger of Death, Dual Breath, Macro Pyre, and the level 4 Starfall. I don't think Macro Pyre was even needed then, but it's a 1-minute cooldown. Who cares?
Yeah, why not?
Mana is the only issue.
550 damage from the Mirana, 503 from Finger of Death. Veil of Discord.
This is the scary thing, actually. When you put both BZZ and Phobos in the same lane,
Yeah.
they can just rip through a tier 1 and a tier 2 tower. Iceberg will do the defense on top. He has himself an Invis rune. Ghostic is just creep skipping. Actually used his orb. Hasn't used the phase shift. Iceberg. He could Starfall and do some decent damage, but he needs help. Finds Maposhka. Leaps in. A little bit of extra attack speed. Into the Starfall. Maposhka falls down. Simple. Effective. And then Moonlight Shadow.
Yeah, that 64 bonus attack speed you get from Leap now is quite a lot in those type of situations, especially.
I don't know how Empire stopped the push from Spirit.
Yeah, it is kind of concerning.
They're TPing in.
Are actually going to fight this.
They're charging BZZ. The Dream Caller's out. The tower's already gone down, so they won't have the extra armor. FNG waits for the Burrow Strike. Doesn't actually connect on Roger, however, so BZZ will lose his life once more. FNG TP out will be successful. So you lose a tier 1 tower, you once again claim the Chikiro, but you're losing map control with a Sven.
Yeah, losing map control with Sven is definitely not good. You lose a lot of access points to farm your jungle. The bigger thing is that as how poor the actual Razor is.
Arrow, X, that'll work.
Like the Puck and the Razor are really struggling to get gold right now. Puck sitting at 3,400, Razor at 51. The offlane Bristleback is ahead of this Razor because Chappie has gotten blown up twice, getting solo killed once by Iceberg and then that secondary one when he gets wrapped around in mid lane. Just not durable enough versus these heroes.
But you knew what you're up against. But you still picked the Razor. Burrow Strike, now find the Spirit Breaker. He isn't going to commit anything major as Roger is just short range charging away.
Yeah, it's still a good Razor game. It's just that, you know, in the lane that he's versus Mirana, it's, you know, it's not the best. You can't get your link off, and Mirana has low damage, but you have range advantage as that. But they both claimed each other's mid towers. The one thing is that, you know, Team Spirit, they have 3 towers already brought down, so they have a surge of income because of that.
Actually expected to be higher.
Yeah, it's not that much. It's like less than 3k or just about 3k.
Action item gets to arrive in for FN. He already has the Echo Saber and Mask of Madness, so he is cleaning up the stacks of Ancients that were prepared for him, but it's the Blink Dagger which is the more critical thing.
They have to play around him. Once Ghostic has Blink Dagger and once Sven has Blink, that's when they can start making these big aggressive plays. They do have to remember, though, to carry Reveal. So I'm going to be checking. Okay, good. Spirit Breaker's got Dust and AA has Dust. So they do have to be sure to have that versus the Moonlight Shadow.
Spirit Breaker's the more important one for that to be on.
Yeah.
He's the one that will be on the front lines.
Absolutely. But yeah, once they have both those blinks, that's when they can look to make their stuff happen. Iceberg mid, very far up. Could get punished, but nice one.
He drone charged to end Eye of the Storm to try and catch up to the Mirana, but he's not the one with the disable. Vanskol using the Moonlight Shadow to just slip in closer to that tier 2 tower.
Get a nice ward down. Nice deep wards are good.
Oh, they're surrounding Roger. Phobos is moving in. BZZ is here. That's a lot of life to try and burn through.
Yeah, they're trying to take control of the whole enemy side of the map, the whole Empire jungle. That's what you ideally want to do versus a Sven, so that he can't get his BKB at a good timing. But at this rate, it does look like FN's going to have a pretty good game in this one. He's going to be the big driving force for his team.
Just saw Roger plant the obs. And the Sentry Ward missed its target as well. And I believe the Observer scattered the smoke.
I don't think it did, actually. I think it was just outside of range of the smoke. They don't know this is happening.
They're charging him onto BZZ. He's got 15-1 charges plus the Veil of Discord. Roger may not be too happy about this. He can't get back out again for 5 more seconds. Ice Blast will connect on Vanskol. But he will be okay.
Oh. Okay, so it doesn't look like they knew that the smoke was coming. As far as I could tell when I switched the vision, it looked like it was like just on the outer rings of it.
Okay.
But they had everybody set up down there. You could see Roger charges and he's like, oh god, I need to bail. There's actually Bristleback down here as well. And they want to take fights away from the Bristle for now still on Empire. They actually expended God's Strength expecting to be able to take a fight there too. And FN had to just run away with it.
Yep.
So now they lose it tier 2 for free.
They lose a tier 2 tower. Team Spirit do this with a 4-man lineup. Meanwhile, up on top lane, FNG completed his Blink Dagger.
Yeah,
so got a lot of space.
He's been quietly farming for quite a while now on the Sanking. 19 minutes with Blink, 201.
I'm still wondering just how effective FN is going to be. Once the BKB is up, I think he's going to have a lot better time coming up into the fights. Mainly because a lot of the burst damage, a lot of the problem he's going to have is magical. They don't have any kind of real disable that goes around that.
The big thing is like the double blinks, right? The puck, if he's able to get a good initiation, there's no save on the side of Team Spirit. They have Moonlight Shadow, but if there's a reveal, which there should be, they can get coiled up. There's a BKB Sven that blinks in and gets like a 1 or 2 hero stun. That's where the whole entire fight kind of starts. They have more ways of starting the engagement happen on the side of Empire. They have a charge, which can force a reaction from Spirit, and then the puck and the Sven can follow up with an AA blast. Oh, gets the last tower. Just walks up.
I was just watching it, I'm like, he knows. Like, he could Burrow Strike the wave and kill it off, and then he may feel fine, because he had a Blink Dagger available as well. But he didn't do either of those things.
Mirana getting pretty strong though, level 15. Once she gets level 20 talent on Mirana, you get that plus 50 damage. It's pretty nice to increase your DPS. But she's already doing a decent chunk, you know, like what, 177 per hit. That's pretty good with the amount of attack speed that she has.
Lion's having a good time too. Trying to build in, actually try and buying up the tome. He's just shy of level 10.
Yeah, he should be pretty broke for the majority of this game.
Yeah. But he's still looking to get a Blink Dagger. He believes.
Yeah, eventually. One big fight, gets like a 5 hero stun or something, you know?
less net worth than the Ancient Apparition.
Yeah.
It is hilarious to look at a Lion who hasn't got a kill. Like, Finger of Death is normally a great way to put a hero down. But Vanskor is very selfless. He lets it go at the start of the fight.
Yeah. So first BKB finished online for Razor and then for Sven, and that's going to make it very hard for Team Spirit to really take fights once these golden heroes start running at them. It's all about Bristleback leading the charge and then them following up from behind that, but with the smoke coming out from Empire right now, they look to be seizing an opportunity. Jakiro is not there either.
Charging forward. There is an observer ward up on the hillside, so they see Ghostic moving over. They initiate on the Mirana. Phobos in the middle of this wants to keep up the Quill Sprays, or maybe not the Stormbolt. Mirana is already down. Team Spirit are bailing out this fight. Ice Path will actually hold back FN. Macropyre available as well. They'll fight with the Epicenter and the Macropyre. Mapochka drops down low, but the damage is already done. Team Spirit have lost 3. They'll lose 4, and more than likely, they'll lose the whole enchilada. Mapochka is running away from Phobos. He's the tankier one, but charging again. Roger wants another piece of the action. There's 9 Quill Spray stacks on Chappie, but it's still enough life for Chappie to survive, and all of Team Spirit are pushing up the daisies.
That's exactly what we were saying, though. That multi-form of initiation just comes out in Mirana versus Sven and versus Puck. They literally just were like, this is a core Mirana. Like, we just blow everything on her. She's the most farmed on the team. They kill her, and then it's literally Spirit just having to disengage. They start running away. Decent Epicenter tries to come out from FNG, but they're already pretty durable. The Sven is very tanky on HP. Razor as well, super tanky with range drops on pretty much everybody. And then it's BKB Razor, so he can just run in and let the focus go on to him. So very well executed fight there coming out from Empire, and Spirit just getting caught off guard from that quick smoke rotation.
And you can see Empire now looking to get further into the game. Hand of Midas picked up from Ghostic.
I love this actually on the puck this game.
Going Blink to Midas?
Yeah, like he's prepping to if there's like mistakes that happen. If we go to super late game, he will get that level 25 faster and be absolutely ridiculously strong. Once he gets Ags too, Ags is going to be super useful for that extended stun duration. Don't know if this game it's for the purpose of stunning them through BKB, but I think it's just holding them inside that coil for longer so the Sven can wail on them with the Razor. Yeah. Because coil this game is the dream for Razor and Sven.
Here they come. Forest Strike into us mid. There's nothing Roger can really do about this. It's Ancient Apparition dying. Oh, then again, Ancient Apparition getting the Ice Blast off and hits into Vanskor. So AA will die, but the Bristleback loses his life. They just go ham in. Iceberg wants to keep running. They had the reveal and the Dream Coil. It catches SK and Mirana. FNG will fall, and Team Spirit. This has escalated very quickly as Empire claim 3 kills of heroes who have no buyback. Either you Roshan or you mid-tier 2.
Did you see the bristle?
I saw him die
so fast, dude. The AA blast flying over on top, and then Sven just wailing on him. That's the beauty of Sven versus Bristle. You know, even if you're hitting him in the back, you're hitting him very hard, and you're not having those quills like it's non-stop sprayed on you, because the damage threshold is 210. But if you're taking 1,000, you don't shoot 5 quills out. You still only shoot that 1 quill per instance of high damage. So, and with Warcry, like they're all so speedy. They're all so fast with Warcry and Empowering Haste. How's our Spirit Breaker doing? I know he'll eventually want to be building into the Silver Edge versus Bristleback, so he's doing okay. Halfway to the, a little bit more than halfway to the Shadow Blade.
It helps when he doesn't die. 1-3-11.
Yeah.
On the Spirit Breaker, he's doing his job. He gets in there and he causes havoc. He's got
very well.
I think he may actually have more assists than the entire Diasite combined.
It's close.
He's 3 short. He's 3 short.
Yeah, he's been having a good impact with the vision that he gets from charges.
But you're still seeing, like, it's very, I don't want to say top-heavy for Team Empire, because things are starting to balance out a lot more, especially as Razor has had more and more success in the fights. But there's so much net worth inside this Ven. Maybe that's the way Team Spirit have to look at this. Their lineup is fantastic for pushing, but can they even bring down this Ven now he's got a BKB? Can you get rid of that net worth like what Empire was doing in the last game?
Not only a BKB, a full Crystallis as well. So 15,000 net worth, 25 minutes. He is at the same level that the Shadow Fiend was in the last game. Super farmed. Yeah, big problem for Spirit. Like you said, though, Empire is a bit top-heavy, but that's to be expected with the kind of game that they
charge him! Charge him! Oh, Fire Strike tries to save him. FNG will be brought down.
Saved all their ultis, too. All they had to expend there was... Well, actually, they didn't have to expend anything. Ice Storm was used previously to farm a neutral camp.
They were trying to use SK as bait. They thought maybe one person would come down here and deal with them. Yo, FN, you got that. Fortification, maybe you'll have to wait for it. Ghosty just got himself a DD rune after completing up an SMY. So you got the 8-second BKB on Chappy. Sorry, I meant to say Chappy. And a 10-second BKB on this Ven.
Yeah, and Team Spirit does not fight well into BKBs. They have no BKB piercing disables to kind of like hold them during that. Ideally versus like a Sven, you see people pick like the Enigmas, the Clockworks and stuff like that. Of course it was, you know, a last pick Sven or whatever, but they don't have anything to kind of just trap him when that happens. And they're so speedy, like I keep saying, you know, Warcry with Empowering Haste, they can just literally pop their BKBs, run at Team Spirit, and Team Spirit's pretty much like, oh my god, we need to disengage.
And now there's evasion as well on this Ven. He didn't go the attack speed, he went for the 20% of evasion.
I actually love that talent. I see a lot of people actually grab the 30 attack speed. I think they have their games. You know, there's games where you can grab it, if you like versus tons of spell damage, you're not really versus any physical. You don't really need the evasion, of course. But in this game, the evasion's very good versus the Mirana.
No. Basically means like when he's protected by the BKB, there's no damage that Spirit will really be able to like securely do to him.
Yeah.
BZZ's trying not to show himself too much in mid. He knows the Spirit Breaker can just charge him at any point. And Ghostic would love a kill. He's 2,000 away from that Aghanim Scepter we're talking about. FN's getting close to picking up his Demon Edge. Iceberg. Diffuser Blade?
He's trying to get anything he can, any type of damage items. I mean, it's good with the Manta Diffusal. It's one of the highest damage items without being, you know, like a crit or a KB. For the cost, it's very high damage.
I'm just wondering if it's going to be enough.
I don't think that it will be. It's good to purge off like the Warcry stuff, but not when they're BKB'd, of course, and to slow down the Razor if he's chasing you, but again, BKB. So they're already very tanky.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, it's super hard for them to fight into Empire, though, and I feel like Team Spirit, at this point of the game, they'd ideally want to have like all the tier 2s taken out and be at an advantage. When you're playing behind with this type of lineup, it's very hard to play into what Empire has.
Radiant just scanned and they know at least somebody is up there. Yeah. That's why the Vortex went out, but
they give.
It's very rare that you see all 5 heroes of one team walk inside the pit. And for me, that just flags just how little Team Empire care about Team Spirit's initiation or ability to win a fight.
Yep.
Like, they don't have an ES to jump in for an Echo Slam. The SK is not intimidating. If he blinks into Burrow Strike, you'll turn around and kill him. And Vanskor playing his little shenanigans on bottom lane is also not going to succeed. Chappy moves with high speed, and look at that damage output. Either Storm gets committed now when it's only got 1 minute cooldown timer. And he's rapidly approaching his Skadi.
Roger as well about to have that Shadow Blade, so those ganks will be smoother.
No way to actually hex him. You can't hold a gem. So, yeah, the guaranteed charge practically, unless you have sentries everywhere. But Spirit doesn't have money for that. They're currently being bankrolled by, I don't know, the Iron Bank.
Yeah.
Now that I've actually seen you discussed for a Game of Thrones reference, I'm going to keep throwing them out.
Oh, I know. Oh, I don't mind them. I don't know what the obsession is with you guys. Sure, it's coming out soon, but relax, guys.
That's the reason why. It's hot in the mind, man. We're half a month away.
This is true. Empire feeling very commanding in this game, though. It's only a 5k gold lead, but it's starting to feel a lot higher than that. Spirit just unable to find any opportunities to actually kill anything.
They at least got the top tier 2 tower, like BZZ.
Yeah,
just
it's a small
stabbing
game.
him in the back kind of style.
It's a small game.
He'll take anything he can get at the moment.
Yeah.
He's very optimistic. I'm not certain that, like, how you would even approach item builds, but he's going to go for a Shiva Scout, maybe feeling like he needs a lot more armor to survive the physical damage, but considering how much damage Ven's can be pumping out, I don't think this will matter.
He needs anything, like any kind of like armor items, but he's super immobile. And
like
now it's Empire
can you get
again.
Blade Mail that may even be more effective.
They're pretty durable already, though, on the side of Empire.
Good obs. Great pick off target.
Oh, it's a double.
It's...
They don't even hit him in the front. Okay, now I've been switches. But he is stunned forever under that coil and cold feet. And now Aghanims is going to be brought out for the puck. Chappie charging toward the Jakiro, but yeah, it's in their base now.
And the real charge of Spirit Breaker was a little bit too far behind.
Yeah. So Aghanims now coming on the career for the puck, which is going to help more for the fights. Of course, Doom Coil on cooldown still, but...
In fact, the FN, the Observer Ward, they see so much. Roger reveals the fact there's an Observer Ward there by doing what he did. But at the same time, okay, no, they de-warded before anyone can come close. It's the Gem of True Sight on Marana.
God's Strength is right. FNG, oh my goodness.
Not Marana, sorry.
Took it for a moment.
Chappie. I know he's got the Gem and an Aegis the Immortal. It's like he's trying to bait them to come out and fight him, but he's at 200 HP.
Yeah. FN got kind of handled there too. The Macro Pyre Ice Path Dual Breath combo brings him pretty low. He's about to he actually I think has Bloodthorn finished up now if he wants to purchase the whole thing. Yeah, he does. So Bloodthorn Sven, he's already hit critical mass. He's pretty much 6-slotted. He could change a few items in and out, but that is pretty terrifying. 32 minutes of Sven, who's almost 6-slotted.
I think Chappie just took 15 seconds to run from almost the top of the map to the bottom of the map.
There's the build. Phase S and Y.
So fast.
Yeah, 547.
So furious. All right.
Toby's just got this smile. Just makes everyone else smile.
All right. So, burn your shrine. It still doesn't bring Chappie above half of his HP. Maybe he needs a heart next instead of the Skadi.
Aegis will expire soon and heal him, right?
Yeah.
Pretty soon.
How long has he got?
Like 30 seconds,
yeah,
35 seconds.
That's it.
Finds himself a nice illusion to link up, get full damage as well, to be able to push the lane in harder. But yeah, they're feeling good.
Let's just switch out his items.
Yeah.
This will allow him to actually buy the Skadi in a bit. Having the kite against the Bristleback's gonna be a real problem. Bristleback's still trying to build into evasion, but like you know how this scenario is gonna go down. Raids is gonna steal all your damage, so you could do absolutely no physical damage. You then has Ven who will probably just cleave you down anyway.
Yeah.
And then you got the Bloodthorn on top of everything, which cannot be dispelled on Phobos. He doesn't have anything available to dispel it.
Yeah, so all that evasion is going to be for naught.
No, the supports have low... Yeah, no. Lion's still hoping he gets a Blink Dagger. Optimistic.
Optimistic indeed. Empire looking to just increase their lead by even more. They know that Team Spirit is terrified at this point. They know that these guys are probably huddling together and not farming efficiently whatsoever. And they're right. Team Spirit is literally sitting all together. They can't really split farm because they're playing versus Spirit Breaker lineup. So every time you do split up, you are putting yourself at risk of dying and suffering heavy,
there you go.
heavy losses.
That's the one you like.
The Raging Bull taunt.
Yeah.
It is a good one.
I think we're just getting a little bit bored as this Spirit Breaker. It's like, can we just go already?
Can I charge something? There's no one showing on the map.
I just want to charge one person. Just one. Just let me do one. Plasma field. Burn through the wave.
I've Scotty finished. 3,600 or 35 HP, 3,500 HP on the Razor, and Sven, when uses God's Strength, is sitting at roughly 3,500 as well. So they are both sitting at a very tanky position, and Team Spirit's lineup doesn't deal well versus that kind of tankiness. They only have so much spell damage and everything within them.
This is the best situation they can ask for. BZZ macropires the bottom lane, forces a return TP from someone who cannot rejoin the front lines, and keeps the creep wave pressured on the bottom, which means Empire, even if they do want to go high ground and look towards it, they cannot do so.
Yep.
You got 1 minute until Roshan,
but
it's still like Team Spirit can keep doing this
yeah.
again and again.
As soon as you say that, though, take a look at what FN buys. He's got the Boots of Travels finished, so he can actually respond. He can actually be positioned down there to defend the push and then join the rest of his team if they want to play it like that, if they do see that split push being a problem.
He's actually going to go for Silver Edge himself.
On the Sven?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's okay.
Well, he's got Shadow Blade at the moment.
Yeah.
But that can replace the Mask of Madness, I suppose.
Yeah, probably wants some lifesteal, but he can replace a couple items, maybe even the Echo Saber.
Well, he's getting the Vlad's. Vlad's is being built on Spirit Breaker.
Okay. Yeah, we'll see which one he replaces. He's got options to switch. You can even just hold on to one of them and just switch them in and out.
Gives up his BTs.
Not the BTs.
Movement speed? Hey, you get enough movement speed from Warcry. Play it like a bootless Weaver. Just instant reaction to a bootless Weaver?
No, a bootless Sven. You're saying like a bootless Weaver. Bootless Weaver is fine. Sven is like, that hero suffers.
He gets bonus speed of 12%. Without boots, that's shite. But still. Alright, how long has it been since we had a good smoke? Agate himself has been up on Puck for a very long time. And they haven't come out to try and really fight Team Spirit at all.
Spirit is absolutely terrified to take engagements now. They finished up their Lincolns now.
They're coming.
The Marana, but
the arrow flies. They're looking for a target. A 5-second stun over on Roger. This is the best opportunity they've had to kill someone in a very long time. But Spirit Breaker, he takes through so much, and now they jump in. The 3-man call. Chappie, no coil just yet. In fact, Ghostic. Oh, they just focus on the Marana. 77 seconds without her now. FM BKB'd up. Looked for a bigger target. No one's chasing you, BZZ, but he doesn't know that. Empire is just making a break for mid.
They 5-second arrow the Spirit Breaker, but everybody's a bit too far away to close the gap, and it's on top of a shrine. So Empire can respond much faster. Although the shrine was on cooldown, but they did have everybody else in the vicinity to quickly react.
Alright, do you go up now? Roshan's still got another 52 seconds to respawn.
You wait for the Rosh, yeah. They still have pretty good high ground defense. You know, the Sanking Epicenter is still a bit threatening, and the Macro Pyre from Jikiro does slow down pushes a lot.
That's true. So they wait for the second life. They wait for the cheese.
Okay, so he switches to Lincoln's on Sven instead of the Silver Edge.
Okay. Does make a little bit more sense. There's very few disables. There's almost nothing long range, which is able to trigger that.
Yeah,
so it would just
like
be
Mana Drain, Hex, Stun.
Yes, it's a lion blocker basically. And if he doesn't take it, he can still give it to the Razor and send the Razor up high ground. That's a nice thing for Iceberg. Something to help him to push.
Yeah, he's farmed. I mean, he's got good net worth. He's got 18,000, but it's the other two cores that are the issue. They are very very broke, and they do not match up well versus the big cores on the side of Empire, as we said during the draft.
Oh, goodbye, Roshan. Roger and Mapochka, they stand guard. And Roger's Vlad is already online. So Aegis Immortal, Chappie's moving forward for it. He'll drop his Hyperstone. And Cheese.
This isn't the 140-minute game. Cheese are still relevant. Okay, there we go.
Let's sell the cheese.
So Lincoln's about to be finished up on both the Puck and the Sven. So they can just throw multiple Lincolns on the frontliner. Lion finishes up Blink, though. Vanscore does get it eventually. But
Phobos got a little bit more sustain as well with his 10% lifesteal.
yes, but
He's
yeah,
level 20.
What does this really do versus the side of Empire's heroes? It's not really that great.
Yeah, he ain't got a lifesteal if he's dead.
Yeah.
And it takes like 2 hits from FN with the Bloodthorn on him. Maybe 3, 4. Blood strength. It's a lot of damage. Charge. On top of the Sand King, FN. Oh, they haven't pulled out of the charge. FN's going to BKB and BT home.
Being safe. I mean, that is his 8-second BKB, but
Can understand that too when you have a slot at TI on the line. Like
yeah.
you don't mess around.
They're not going for any risky type plays. They're playing very smart on the side of Empire.
Yeah, they're 11k in the gold in front.
Slow and
Your
steady.
experience is rapidly approaching 20,000 in front. You've got the Lincoln Sphere done now over on Ghost Stick, so you're gonna have. You already have the double Lincolns from Team Empire, making it impossible for that Blink Dagger of Vanscore to do anything. And they're coming up through the bottom.
Yeah,
they're at a position now they can 5-man. Like,
yeah. I mean, they're passive. They have Aegis Cheese, and they've got all the tools they need to close this game out. It's just about doing it now at this point. And Spirit, they can try to defend this. They have to throw all their bodies at it, and it's going to drop very quickly as soon as Sven starts beating on it.
7 seconds until Sven's got BKB and God Strength. Both together. God Strength is already up. And in fact, he will commit it, beating into the tower. Well, there is fortification available. They'll burn the Metamorphosis and, well, Sentry Ward from the Radiance in a great position. They see them hiding inside the Moonlight Shadow. My fan's got a little bit left. Actually, not enough time left on the God Strength. And goodbye, Sentry Ward.
And the Glyph was not expended either, and Empire actually has to back up. They don't want to take the risk of trying to break that high ground versus Sanking. Still scary, like the combo. You know, this breaking high ground versus Sanking is always an intimidating aspect.
I'm actually worried now. Intimidating concepts to go high ground. Team Empire playing very safe. They have pretty damn good D-push.
But they have a good Tricore, though. They have a Sven Razor and a Puck who's going to be getting level 25 quite early.
I'm not saying we're going to go for over 2 hours, but
I think we'll have it close out around 50. Probably the next Roche will be the big one, or if Spirit gets caught outside their base. Because Spirit's heroes don't scale in the same manner. Mirana gets bigger, but Jakiro has already hit his threshold.
Yeah.
And Bristleback is too underfarmed to really get to that point where he becomes an absolute monster. Like, he doesn't have this Radiance Octarine or something like this. He's a very utility-based Bristle, while Empire has all the tools they need to really just kill and end.
Well, they're coming again. So, Aegis Immortal is still on Chappie. God Strength is back off cooldown. He'll have his full combination to start this attack. Trying to get that fortification out. Phobos in close. There goes your Stormbolt. Static Link already being used, but they force-staff it away. That Micropire Ice Path is doing work. Razor as well as FN is dropping. Razor, the Aegis Immortal will burn, but FN protected by his BKB, attacking into the back of the Bristle. Not what they wanted to do in the epicenter. Forward, catching Roger. He wants to get away from this one, but the Ice Path is holding him there. So Roger will end up falling, leaves a Gem of True Sight behind, and they'll get a consolation prize as well. It's the Ancient Apparition. Both heroes down for just under a minute. Gem of True Sight lost. Issues. But they do take the tier 3 tower.
Did Aegis time out or did he die?
It burnt. It burnt. It popped.
Died, okay.
It popped. It was because he got Ice Path and Macropied
yeah.
and just burnt.
I saw the... What, it was Epicenter on top of Macro Pyre on top of Ice Path into a Lion Stun. So they actually perfectly executed that on Spirit before the BKBs came out. So Sven was put down to like a 3rd HP before the fight even started, and he was pretty intimidated by it, so had to actually back up. And now the Mirana is getting bigger. Full MKB finished up. She is looking... She's dealing quite a lot of damage now in this, so it's a bit scary for Empire here, but they're still looking just fine. They just, you know, gotta wait for that next stages, that next set of cheese, and try to get better opportunity of who they're gonna jump and kill. Because that time again, you know, they went to focus on the bristle, they went to focus straight on the towers, and they just got comboed.
They're giving space though for Team Spirit to get good items to fight. Like Lotus Orb for the bristleback is, like, I know he's got a lot of early game items anyway, but it's gonna make it difficult for whoever Empire initiate on. If it is the Mirana, you can free her out. Lincoln Sphere on her, protection is there. Blink, Yule's Force Staff, enough for FNG to play really great positioning. And we've already seen him being really good at that. An E-Blade pop from Jakiro, make it difficult for Sven to attack. Once that BKB is down, it's already on a 7-second duration. Combos well with Vanskor as well, who's building into an Ether Lens with his plus 60 gold per minute, or 90 gold per minute. He is going to get the money required for such a thing. Team Spirit are starting to slowly build up what they need to repel Empire. And Empire, they're going to smoke up and try and reduce that time.
Yeah, Empire's still feeling very confident in this one, though. Their levels are very high, and their experience is the big one that's, you know, starting to swing a little bit.
Yeah, when you go strength to take out a shrine quickly.
Yeah. But remember, though, it is also...
It's a minute 40 until Roshanish.
Minutes 40 till Rosh.
Possibly.
And Empire has now hit 2 of their level 25s, and Puck is nearing that, level 23. So when Puck gets it too, that 420 GPM starts kicking in, and Puck starts to become very rapidly the most farmed hero on the map. And Sven, actually, you notice he took the -8-second Stormhammer cooldown. I've been seeing this actually more often now. At first we saw everybody grabbing the 65 damage, but then a couple times now I've seen people grab the -8, and it's quite nice, you know, having a 5-second cooldown, 2-second duration stun. You're always able to follow up with your teammates. And he actually, so he buys himself his own Moon Shard and eats it. So not gonna wait for the Puck to hit 25 or wait any longer for it. He just wants it.
Charge coming forward. FNG's playing bait game though. The Observer Ward that they have up allows them to see what was coming. So they hit the Spirit Breaker, a full 5-second arrow stun. This is not, they learned their lesson from last time, not what you want to initiate on. Even at half life, you still got 1,000 to burn through.
Yeah, and he's got like 50 armor or something when Warcry gets popped.
No. It's just a 22 basic.
Yeah.
But it is still good from Team Spirit. They're showing not a lack of fear to come outside their base, but they're making the most of their aggressive warding.
Yeah. They just spotted Miposhka in the top lane. They use a Mirana Moonlight Shadow to try to maybe get an opportunity, but they do not find it.
No.
Iceberg has now pulled ahead of the Razor again, though. With MKB Dragon Lance, almost level 25 on her as well. Her damage is looking pretty decent. 361 per hit right now.
So I'm thinking, man, like, this game isn't as clear-cut as Empire would like it to be.
Yeah.
And I still got the other funny feeling that it's all because of just their mistiming. The gold strength being used a little bit too early from FM when they try to push in the bottom lane. There was a window of opportunity they had. Nice 5-second arrow. I swear he's catching these just to bait them into a fight.
Probably. I mean, he doesn't need to farm anymore. He's got his level 20. He's got the 120 GPM talent on Spirit Breaker. All he needs to do is run around like a fool.
Meanwhile, the rest of Spirit Farm, it's going to be a Radiance build for Bristleback.
So he's going to go for it anyway. Okay.
Yeah. He does live a long time in the fight, and there's non-MKB Sven.
No Silver Edge either on anyone.
Yeah.
Spirit Breaker eventually. But
well, we thought it was going to be the Razor.
He's done it in the past.
Yeah.
That's the one thing. He has done it the last 2 games that they played versus Bristleback with the Razor on their team. They did go for the Silver Edge.
He still get the one slot. Like, you can get rid of the cheese and get Silver Edge there.
Yep.
That's a lot of stats, though. Skadi, S and Y, you already get the plus strength from the BKB. Then all your extra armor on top of Warcry, and then the Silver Edge with the Ultimate Orb from that.
Doesn't sound too bad.
It sounds very nice if you're a Razor. Sounds a little bit crappy if you're trying to keep up with people, however. Static Link was not something which we really saw feature from Chappie in the last couple of fights. Even when the Aghanim's Dream Call came up, in fact, it was from that point.
Yeah.
There was very little damage stolen. It was always triggered to get Team Spirit to back off.
Yeah. The thing is that they're still, they're still having Spirit play very defensively. Spirit can still farm a bit, but they're very limited in comparison to Empire, who's farming the whole map. Puck building toward that Hex, halfway to level 25.
And if they can hold him there, Chappie with the Static Link steal, maybe once he can get a lot of damage. Aghanims. Roger's almost got his BKB. Actually, no, he's getting. Wait, what? He built this. He bought the Silver Edge recipe.
I think he bought that earlier while he was dying, and then he put the BKB into his quick buy.
Just interesting to see him switch out so quickly, because he could have finished the Silver Edge with the money he has. Yeah.
Pushka's doing the clever warding right now. He doesn't want to get his dewarded since there's a gem, so he actually brings a Quelling Blade out on the AA, cuts some trees, and puts the vision on the high ground there in that one spot that we've seen some people do. So you do need to cut some trees to make that one very viable, but like I said, he brought the Quelling Blade out. He's ready to give them the best vision possible.
No one from Team Spirit actually has, well, FNG can jump up there, but he has to jump up there to deward it. No one has flying vision like a Bat Rider.
Puck level 25.
And 420 and side device. Going for Dagon next.
Yep, and you can just watch the net worth bar as he starts to skyrocket toward the top. And again, Empire going to claim themselves a free rush, and Spirit has no way to contest this.
So, Aegis Immortal. Chappie's still holding on to the cheese. He'll switch it, grab the Aegis.
They leave the cheese on the ground?
Mapashka! He's like, I don't want this. I'm lactose intolerant. Spirit Breaker. That's,
Roger's like, oh god, I'm picking up the cheese. I've been here before. Yesterday.
Well, see if Team Empire can push in and take Team Spirit space. Bottom racks is obviously exposed with the lack of the tier 3 tower. But instead, Empire, they're going to do it the harder way. They're going in through the mid where the tier 3 tower still exists, or are they? Nope.
Maybe clean up the last shrine and then go bottom. But they have good waves coming in on all 3 lanes, so maybe they do just go for the building right now.
We'll get the double catapult wave. Oh, they're going for the shrine. It's actually quite good for Team Spirit this happens now.
Yeah, with that double catapult wave coming in, it could have been problematic if they did push, but the catapults are still alive, and Empire's looking to go very soon. Chappie has an Aghanim's finish too.
Just turns on the Eye of the Storm. They'll come in, Lion, smoked up. They've actually got the 3 backliners, BZZ included, all smoked up.
FNG's pinging those catapults ferociously. The Warcried catapults take down 500 health off of the melee racks. Eye of the Storm was expended though, it's down to a quarter duration, but it is an Aghanim's Eye of the Storm, so it does hit buildings if he's able to get in.
Oh, that Static Link, look at the damage, look at the increase, so quick. 157, now they charge forward. It was a Spirit Breaker getting hit by the Lotus Orb as well. SK has to buy back into the game. FN's committed both BKB plus his God Strength. And what do they get from it? You get a buyback out from an SK, that's nice. Minimal damage to a melee Rax.
Did they steal his gem? No, it does not look like they were able to grab it before.
They had 2 gems before Team Spirit.
Oh, did they? So
yeah.
They took their gem. Am I like not seeing it?
Is it?
They have 1 on the Puck, but it's Puck's gem.
And the other one's on the SK, and it is SK's gem.
So maybe they only had 1 gem.
I thought I just... Yeah, I just
oh, there's one
it.
on the courier.
Yeah, there's one on the courier.
Okay, yeah.
I'm like,
gem
no wonder I was tripping out. There's 2 couriers on top of each other.
Yeah, I clicked and I was like, I didn't see it the first time. Wait,
yeah. When I dragged, I'm like, oh no, I saw the gem, and then I'm like, wait. I lost my crap yesterday. I double checked myself today.
Yeah. So FNG tried to stun and slow them down there. Instant BKBs get popped. He gets blown up. And the other big crucial thing that happened there with Spirit is Empire was not hitting buildings there, they were hitting heroes, and Spirit actually triggered their Glyph. So Glyph is on cooldown if Empire does want to go for the next push soon.
Yeah, they have 3 minutes and 45 seconds to do it. Chappie is already approaching. The one person they don't have is Ven, but BT is available.
FN buys a full Mjolnir to replace his Echo Saber, and now he's in. They know Glyph is down.
Look at him just go BKB.
Yep, they knew
Take
Glyph
the
was
Rex, run away! Apart from Chappie. Chappie will get stunned. He's continuously getting bashed up by the Mirana. Continuously getting bashed up by the Mirana until the Aegis Immortal will trigger. Spirit Breaker charging forward. Phobos trying to protect himself with the Lotus Orb. And, well, no strike. I heard Nether begin.
No.
I didn't see a follow-up.
Yeah. They got the Rex. Like we said, you know, Glyph was on cooldown, so they seized that opportunity instantly. And the crazy thing is, dude, when the Razor is next to Spirit Breaker, he's actually perma-hasted, even without SNY.
I want to see him run back next to him.
It's 550, even without SNY. Oh, it's 529. Why did I say 550? That was weird. Oh, I think he was hit by Warcry as well. Okay. But yeah, we talked about in the draft, there's so much mobility coming up from them. BKB finished on the Spirit Breaker, Ghost Stick. Like we said, as soon as he gets to 420 GPM, just look at that gold. He was at 20,000 like 3 minutes ago. Now he's at 26,000. And he's got 7,000 current gold. The Midas,
having an issue of what do I drop?
The Midas paying off. Oh, he'll give the gem to the Spirit Breaker probably and grab the Dagon 5 for himself.
Roger didn't cash the arrow. Disappointed.
So it's Arcane Rune right now for Sven, so he actually will have that reduced cooldown on his God Strength when he uses it. But for now, just throwing the Warcry onto Chappie. Chappie being the frontliner, but now he's ready to go.
FN starts on the tower. The Barra strike forward, and BKB protected him. Not to mention the Lincoln Sphere 2. Lion gets severed. You've still got the Spirit Breaker causing issues with his own BKB, but Macro Pyre, maybe they want to back up. God Strength's got a little bit longer left. FNG coming out to try and fight. They know they can't just let him retreat once more, but that's now an SK down. No buyback for him. Phobos needs the cool spray, stacks up. The Stormbolt will be returned, but Lincoln protects on all fronts. Ice Path is nice, but Teen Spirit just doesn't have the manpower, doesn't have the strength available. They will lose their entire lineup, and they will lose game 2. Almost definite, even with these buybacks coming out. The stuns can keep bouncing around. The Lincolns will continue to protect. The melee racks will fall. Chappie actually consumes the cheese, and they're looking for the kill. If they can bring Phobos down, he will go down. You can buy back on him, but if he does so, there's not enough money for a damage-dealing item in the near future.
Now God's Strength is back up because he used it initially with an Arcane Rune.
Oh boy.
So now it looks like this will be it. Mega Creep's going to be claimed.
Still no fortification. They did all of this in the one window when fortification was down.
Yeah, it was a big mistake to use Glyph there earlier by Team Spirit, but it was also Empire just taking the charge and going in on it, and also Spirit was just feeling desperate. You know, this Empire draft was very strong, and they hit the timings perfectly.
Well, Team Empire, one victory away, if it is possible, to advance themselves out of the grand final and into the TI7 group stage. That's what they want. Team Spirit want to force it to a Game 5. It's a long road. They might be able to achieve it. We'll find out over the course of the next few possible hours. Yeah, so